everyone. So today I'm going to be putting together a reading spread for the project by Courtney Summers. I've been thinking for a while about doing a reading journal, and I thought in the meantime it would be kind of cool to try out a couple ideas that I had by putting them just in the bullet journal that I have right now. So for those of you who don't know, the project is about this girl named Lo who loses both of her parents in a car accident and is seriously injured. And shortly after this happens, her older sister B ends up in this cult known as the Unity Project. So Lo is now, I think, 18 or 19, and she's working as she's trying to start working as a journalist, and she is going to hopefully try and uncover what is going on with the project. So as you could see from the cover, like the whole theme was kind of red and black, so I was going to do this kind of black outline with kind of a red inlay, but that didn't work out so well, so now I'm coloring over all of it in black, and then I gave it a red outline. One of the things that I loved about this book is just how amazing Courtney Summers is at writing. She really makes you trust Lev, who's the leader of the Unity Project, and she does a great job of writing that charismatic cult leader, and you really feel almost like warmth from him to begin with, which makes sense because that's how these people lure them in. And, you know, the things that he says about Lo, they aren't necessarily wrong, but he's using them to manipulate her to try and get her to become a part of this cult. And it's very eerie to be reading it and being like, I know I'm supposed to hate this character, but I don't. But I think that is just a testament to how incredible Courtney Summers' writing is. And that's another thing about this book is it really touches on the way that cult leaders use vulnerability in order to get to people, because Lo has been through this really traumatic event, so has her sister B, and they're both really struggling to try and process that and figure out where their place is in the world now. So it's definitely something that, you know, it's very easy to reach in and promise to provide them all of these things that they genuinely need in their lives. They need that comfort. They need to feel like they're not alone with the things that they're struggling with, but the way that he does it is through manipulating them. So my idea with this spread is I really kind of wanted to capture the vibes of the book, but then also just to be able to journal some of my ideas, because I've gone through some trauma of my own in my life, obviously not to the extent that they have, and there was definitely parts of this book that really almost gutted me because I wondered how vulnerable I would have been at a certain point in my life if someone had promised to come in and take things away from me. So here I'm just printed out some images that kind of fit with the book, the anchor necklace, that's a big theme, as well as the theme of baptism and cleansing the soul, as well as the project book cover. Unfortunately, this is going to cut off at some point because my camera hates me, but I worked with these kind of ripped off pieces of craft paper and then decided where I wanted to lay everything out to write out some quotes. So the one quote that I ended up putting in the top there, it's something along the lines of, it has to be the truth because it's not only going to save me this time, and that's about like the importance of telling our stories and sharing honesty. And then the other one that I share is this comment that Lo has about how she can't stand being touched, and it's not because that she hates it, but it's because she feels like she would give everything up for it, which is essentially what she feels she does when she ends up getting involved in the cult. And that just really resonated with me about how, you know, when vulnerability becomes weaponized, it becomes something that you're fearful of. So yep, I put those in with this kind of maroon marker, and then you're probably going to get the bare minimum of me journaling before this video is going to cut off. That was the only thing that I did find I would probably plan out a little bit better next time, is just where to put everything. So yes, here's the final product. I'm very sad that I didn't get the process shots of the rest of it, but I used black and red fine tips to kind of journal in some of my ideas about the characters and the cults and the themes, and then I also just kind of sketched in some of the characters' names in the empty space that I had. So thank you for watching. If you want to see more of these reading spreads, just let me know and subscribe.